going on, everyone? I'm Nick Cato.
I'm Walter Bowley.
And I'm Wildcard.
Jesus. Alright, this is Live Through Games, podcast reload episode 20.
Damn it, you know what would have been awesome? If you'd done right there, it's like, I'm Wildcard. Matt Harding!
Jesus.
Pocket that for a few episodes down when I forgot.
Well, you already ruined it.
No, when I forgot, I told you about it.
You ruined it.
It's episode 20. We're almost old enough to drink.
Oh man, next week we're
Almost.
gonna get wasted.
God. It's a pretty good idea, actually. Bring some beer on here.
We'll table it.
Yeah. We got the cup holders. Might as well use them.
Might as well use them.
Let's see, the last episode, let's see how many times these guys fiddle around with the new table.
Is that your way of
they're
making us not doing it? Because now we're going to do it more.
Yes.
Now I can't stop
Because
touching
it makes
now
so much
all
noise.
Over this table.
Listen to how much noise it is. Alright, this isn't a basketball
We're professionals here.
Jesus. But, episode 20, I'll get the fillers out of the way. Follow us on Twitter at Live Through Games. Follow me on Twitter at Catostrophic. Follow him on Twitter at RedLawYellow. Follow him on Twitter at Nothing. I'm sure that's actually a thing, so
Yeah, so
he doesn't have one.
Don't follow nothing.
Email us your questions at livethroughgames@gmail.com. If you want to leave a comment, cool. We'll answer your question through the comments a lot easier than the email.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
yeah, because it's just like right there, boom. Like our videos, share our videos, subscribe to us, do everything except a thumbs down. That's all I don't want.
You just couldn't handle a thumbs
No.
down.
Now you're going to make them give a thumbs down.
Well,
just
as
to
long as you
troll us.
watch it.
You
Whatever.
know, to the statistics on YouTube, a thumbs down and a thumbs up are the same thing. So
That just means one of them you're famous,
Just look like
the
it's
other one
Friday.
you're infamous.
Or
yeah,
whatever
make us
that song
infamous.
is.
Yeah, J. Jonah Jameson.
Clutch, that actor needs to come back for him. But we have a lot of news, not a lot of questions, because we have 0 questions, but it's all good.
What's happening, guys? There was a little bit of a streak of questions,
Yeah,
and now
maybe-
they're just like...
Maybe
You got
curiosity
more?
killed the cat.
Yeah, it's all good. Now they know what we're about. They don't want us to answer questions anymore.
Yeah.
But
If you guys are nervous that we're going to call you out and like say your name and you guys don't want us to say that, let us know too. I mean, maybe that's why people aren't wanting to give us questions. They don't like the shout
if
outs.
they don't, dude, if they don't want their name on there, they
we
won't
can
use
blur
their
your name. You know, maybe make it like it's what's the word?
We'll just bleep
Classified?
it.
We never, yeah,
Like it's
we'll just say
classified.
so and so asked this question, but we'll just jump right in. We'll save the PAX East
PAX at the
2015
end.
for last.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're obviously going to be focusing on the most. It's my turn for a random topic too. So,
yeah.
we'll just jump right into some good news stats. Speaking of episode 20, there's been over 20.2 million PS4s sold worldwide.
This. Speaking of 20.
PS4 is almost old enough to drink.
Just look at his face. It's like,
PS4, it's almost old enough to drink.
it was made his day to come up with that line.
These sales are just ridiculous.
So what was the prediction for the final PS4?
90
Was like
million.
90 million at 2019? Is that-
Yeah, that's insane. It's
Yeah.
insanity that this many is sold.
Yeah.
Fastest selling console of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox right behind it. Well, beaten it by a pretty decent margin, but it's
like
still
the
doing
Xbox
amazing
is
too.
Where they at? They're like,
I don't know,
think
probably
they're ahead of
around
15.
16,
Yeah,
17, something like that. But they're still doing great. I think they're like right around where
Yeah.
Wii was.
Wii U is beating them both.
Jesus, in nothing at all.
Well, in spirit.
You know what's funny about the Wii U? We brought that up. Me and Matt went to Ocala the other day.
Uh-huh.
They have this grand like Xbox booth and
You mean at GameStop?
at Best Buy. They got the grand PlayStation section
Yeah.
and the grand Xbox section.
Uh-huh.
Then shoved in the fucking corner next to the DVDs, there's like one rack of Wii U games. They're like, here you go. We don't even have them stocked because we only have like 5 of them. And I was like,
That's
all
why I
right.
told him. I said, this right here is why I just don't feel like the purchase
You know what?
of a Wii
It's funny.
U
It's
is
like
worth it.
they have these games where it's like, but then the amiibos are just fucking gone. By the way, I got a Mega Man and Sonic.
You don't
I
have
actually
them
had
yet?
a Sonic at Best Buy.
Yeah, they told me.
Ooh, just laying there.
I almost bought it because how I hear this jackass over here talking about how rare they are.
It was funny. I follow this amiibo news thing on Twitter, and they talk about like, hey, they like always post immediately when a certain amiibo that's rare is put up on websites or at stores. They had a little thing they wrote today. They're like, so we're just gonna stop reporting. What do you guys think? We're just gonna stop reporting about Mega Man being available because it just sells out in 5 seconds. and everyone just gets pissed because they try to add it to their cart like me, and then it won't add because they're all sold out. But I got one. Fries.com sold out already. I got one right at the right time. Can't wait.
When's it supposed to be in?
The 12th, actually. 4
Did they
days
say
early,
that the Mega Man amiibo will be compatible to like Mario Kart?
I have no
No.
idea. Probably
It's
not.
not. It's the
That'd
Smash
be a pretty
Bros.
cool guy to have play as a character in that.
No, he's.
Can't wait to join over the shelf. Don't worry, once I get the whole room set up, I'll do a little walkthrough thing of it. But yeah, 20.2 million PS4s have been sold. Pretty amazing. Another amazing news. Metal Gear Solid 5 will release September 1st. It has been confirmed. This is good news because it's going to not have to be in that storm of November.
Which they could completely survive and maybe even thrive the most.
Oh no, I'm just saying, but their game will sell that much more.
It's not like people like Metal Gear Solid, man.
Yeah, no, sometimes I feel like he doesn't understand the franchise.
I do understand the franchise.
I don't understand it at all. I don't know what's happening.
I love Metal Gear.
No, not the story. I'm just saying how iconic the franchise
I like Metal Gear
is.
Solid. I'm just saying that they're going to sell that much more.
To me, honestly, Uncharted still has nothing on freaking.
Okay, but you can't tell me that if they release in November, they would be losing out on some people because they'd rather buy Uncharted. That they can only.
Wouldn't.
There's people that can. There's some kids.
Especially
like
since they're saying this is Kojima's last Metal Gear.
How many people know that? How many people really?
There's a lot.
know
Yeah, there's like.
That's kind of big news for someone who wants to invest their time.
No,
in that.
I'm just saying.
Why wouldn't you
A
look
lot of people don't
Because
go on
I'm
IGN
a hardcore
every day.
gamer. I didn't fucking know that.
You don't even like Metal Gear. You've never even played one.
But this is. You can't tell me there's like some like 17-year-old because you got to be 17 to play in the games.
Well, you got 17
or parents.
Yeah.
All right, fine. You're not. You can't tell me some kid who doesn't have a job who can only afford like one game.
He's gonna get
You
caught.
can't tell me there's not one kid in the world who wants Metal Gear Solid. They're like, I want Halo 5 more. I want Batman more. Even though that's coming out
I'm
later.
not saying. I'm not saying that there's other people won't want that game,
but
over that. But to sit there, that game is completely 100% able to go into November and be okay.
I'm not
But
saying
they didn't.
I'm not saying that it's
though.
not going to be okay. I'm just saying that it's a smart move because they're going to get that more sales than they would have because there's not that much competition unless Halo decides.
Fun fact on M ratings though, stores do not legally have to follow that.
Yeah, they do.
Nope, they can sell. There's no fines or anything. They can sell M-rated games to kids under the age if they wanted to.
Thought they had to ask for their ID.
Yeah, you have to.
Nope. There is not. There is no legal recourse for selling a rated M game to a child, to a kid.
No, there is.
America, people.
There
Yeah,
is
I
the
promise
guy.
you there isn't.
If you get caught selling an M game, that's like selling cigarettes to a kid. It's not.
No, it's not.
Sort of.
You
well,
will
not
go
at
to
that.
jail or
Well,
get
not
a huge
not
fine
at that,
for
but yeah, you lose your job if you get caught selling an M
because
game.
there's no license you have to apply for. There's no license you need to sell an M-rated game. You need licenses to sell tobacco and liquor.
Yeah, but every time you go to buy one, they ask for your license.
No, they do because it's like a public relations.
Yeah, but
thing.
you have
there's
to
no
because you
legal
have to be
recourse.
17 or older to buy.
You don't. The ESRB has no way of punishing you.
I've been denied before.
Yeah,
though.
Yeah,
I've
no,
asked,
they do it.
No, I've asked.
But they just don't actually have to.
I remember back whenever there was Game Zone in Movie Gallery. Back when I was like 15, I wanted to get Bioshock. Whenever that came out, I had to have your stepbrother buy it for me.
No,
and because I asked the guy, I was like,
no, I said they don't.
No, I asked the guy. I said, "What would happen if you don't?" He said, "We get fired."
Trust me.
No, yeah, again,
Believe
and
it
they
or
might
not.
get fired. That store might say, "I don't want you to do that." But I'm saying, if Movie Gallery or Game Zone decided we'll sell M games to kids, the worst they're gonna get is bad PR.
Yeah, they're probably gonna get a fine though too.
There's no fine.
Civilly, I bet you they could get screwed.
They could get sued, but that's not criminal.
Well, yeah, but civilly, I think like,
They lose. If they get sued, they lose.
Right, but you can be sued for anybody for anything.
Yeah,
that's not a law.
well, to each his own.
Not to each his own. I know this.
I
This
don't know.
isn't an opinion.
This sounds like a Walt thing.
It's not.
Where,
This
where
one-
I look
this
it
one
up
I
and
know.
then I find
Okay.
out it's not.
I'll wait.
But I'll look it up.
Anyway,
if you're wrong,
we're not here about this.
If you're wrong,
We'll do
I'll
this
make
another
If
time.
you're wrong, I'll make a 5-second video being like he was wrong.
Make a bunch
Put
of
it up.
comments about how these two are acting like jackasses and tell us who's right.
No, Australia actually is like they have legal
Yeah.
recourse.
See,
to
this is our thing, Matt. You say wild card all the time. Me and Walt argue about stupid stuff like chairs
not
and
stupid.
desks.
This
That's
is
not a
laws.
dumb
Yeah.
thing. It's just
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
It's just carrying on.
We'll move on. Metal Gear Solid 5, September 1st.
Rated M
That's
for mature.
usually Yes. That's usually just a tweet thing, but I figure it's MGS 5.
You'll probably have to be 17 unless they just want it to be dicks. And
Alright.
PS4's Project Morpheus will launch the first half of 2016. VR is almost a thing.
It's almost a very hardly accessible thing.
It will be accessible, and after the news we have a little later on coming up, people are very excited. I didn't even. Oh, forgot to write that down. So we'll just talk about that. We'll talk about VR.
We'll talk about it.
Valve is making. Valve entered the VR.
Oh yeah.
Thing.
Plus, rumors disclosed Half-Life won't be being made.
Yeah, I know Half-Life 3 is not, but they made.
No. They were gonna report Half-Life 1, and now they're not going to.
Well, everyone's saying that who used Morpheus and the Valve VR headsets are saying, like, we cannot wait for VR because it is the future of games, and I'm pretty excited. As long as what I think is going to happen when this releases, that's when you're going to see the first PS4 price drop because people who are going to want it for Morpheus, they're not going to be like, I'm guessing Morpheus is going to be around $200. They're not going to be like, spend $600 on it. I'm guessing that PlayStation will put a $100 drop on Sony, on their PS4, put it to $300.
I foresee your first bundle pack.
Yeah, that's going to be like $550.
This isn't something I'm very excited for.
I am.
Well, you can't really play it on anything because
you can buy one by itself.
Xbox, you can't use Morpheus.
You cannot use Oculus Rift when it becomes big.
Right, but you can use it with its own games or with a PC, right?
No.
Oculus
Morpheus
Rift
is Sony only. I don't know about Valve's. I don't know what's going on with that. I think that's PC.
But still, I could
well.
get the PC program. Yeah. That, but I'm just not that excited.
Xbox is doing something they announced at GDC with HoloLens.
Oh yeah.
Which I think is the coolest. AR is so much cooler to me than VR. Like augmented reality. That's so
SDDs
cool.
kind of when you say it like that.
Yeah. There's a bunch of R's. I don't know.
It's a reality. What is reality?
This. We think. Could be the Matrix.
But not to them.
I don't know.
Maybe
because to them, their reality is however many days or weeks in the future they're watching this.
Yeah.
Hello, future people.
And we sort of said...
Enjoy your space phones.
All they know is it's before the 12th. That's all they know. Because I said my Mega Man Amiibo comes in on the 12th. So I don't know. It could be the 8th, 9th, 10th, or 11th.
Hint? It's not the 11th.
Yeah, I realize I would have said tomorrow. Morpheus, some Matrix.
Yeah.
Can you see the connection?
I'm excited for this. We'll see what happens with it.
I'm wearing glasses.
I'm quite excited.
Yeah, but they have the what are these called? Morpheus did not have this part on the ears.
I'm sorry. Did he only have one? Did he only have one pair
in the first movie?
I don't know.
Well, you never know. Maybe. He could be running around right now, and we don't even know.
VR could be the future. But another thing I'm very excited about this piece of news: Shovel Knight coming Xbox One with the Battletoads being in there. Another Battletoads tease. I'm guessing there will be a Battletoads game at some point.
Probably.
And I will be buying it.
I've never played Battletoads. What style is it?
It's a beat 'em up.
See, I'm getting a little salty with Shovel Knight almost because I love it so much, and they're just saying, Nick, why don't you just buy it on every system?
Well, you got it on Wii U.
We got it on Wii U.
I'm gonna
buy it because of Kratos, and because it probably feels way better on the PlayStation controller. That's like the best D-pad and everything. So I want it on that, and you know what? I didn't play Battletoads, but they seem fucking cool. They're frogs that beat the shit out of people.
On this.
Well, if you buy Shovel Knight on that, you'll get it on PS4 as well.
That's true.
Cross-buy people, I highly recommend it. The Plague Knight.
You should just buy it on your account.
You should. Well, you should if you want to. I mean, you could buy it for me. But Plague Knight DLC. Well, I'll just throw all the Shovel Knight news out there. The Plague Knight DLC is free. Completely changes the way you play the game because you don't.
Instead of fighting with a shovel, you fight with a plague.
You have potions and shit. And it looks fucking amazing. And everyone's saying that it makes the game completely different.
Okay.
God, I can't wait. I'm probably gonna buy it on all 3 systems. Unfortunately,
you gotta want it.
I do. I want it.
How much is it released at 15?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
That's not bad.
No.
So, yeah, $45. No big deal. All right, HBO Go launches on PS4, and they got cock blocked by Comcast because pieces of
That
shit.
that is so
That's
messed
because
up.
Comcast and Sony have never had a good relationship, and they're just salty.
Well, also Comcast is like the most hated company in America.
They can't really do
by
anything.
far, with EA
less.
coming
So
in.
yeah,
number
if you're
two.
going to look for an apartment, you'd be like, who's your cable provider and your net or internet provider? Oh, we got Comcast.
But here's the thing, though. Like everybody within like a 100-mile radius would have Comcast, so that's where you're at. Like unless they have satellite.
They're all pretty different. Like it was usually in Orlando. It was usually like Comcast what we had at ours.
Yes.
And they usually had whatchamacallit, the one you got, Bright House.
Yeah.
I like
Bright House is Time Warner.
I like Bright House, but fucking hate you for my cable.
I like Bright House.
Fucking
Yeah, that's how internet Bright House is the best.
I'm getting rid of my cable soon. I can't fucking take it. It's all staticky and bullshit. But HBO Go is on your PS4 now. Get it. They're also launching their
HBO
standalone service. I think it's $15 a month. Yeah, $15 a month.
Same as the
in
HBO
April.
subscription.
Yeah. Wish it was a little
But it's
less.
Apple exclusive, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, that is Apple.
Oh,
Apple.
that. Oh, yeah. Quick little. Well, it's definitely going to give away what day it is now. But Apple News Conference was today. Apple TV got dropped in price, so they should might as well just
Yeah, I
change.
was reading about that. What is it exactly?
It's like if you don't have a smart TV, Apple
It
TV can
turns it.
hold apps. And all
It's,
that.
it's basically like that, like
Yeah.
Fire.
If you're one of those
Amazon
people that has a
Kindle
next gen
Fire
console but
thing.
just watch Netflix or Hulu or
Yeah, you're better
Crunchyroll,
off
you get an
buying
Apple TV, and then
Okay.
Yeah, so man, might as well just change it to HBO TV.
But yeah,
That's all anyone's gonna use.
it's all Apple devices for HBO.
I don't know the price. I just know they dropped the price. So probably, I
Apple
would guess
TV?
it's probably like now it's probably in like the hundreds, probably.
Still, that just
I-
the whole
I don't
apps?
know.
We cannot confirm nor deny the
Yes,
price
I
of
don't
Apple
know.
TV.
I know the Kindle Fire is like $100, but Apple TV I'm sure is more
Yeah.
expensive.
But I'm wondering how long it'll stay exclusive to Apple products, though.
Probably not that long.
You don't think? At least the first year, if I had to guess.
Ugh.
I mean, how many people don't have an iPhone, though? I mean, so many people.
Yeah,
I
but
don't.
who wants to watch?
Yeah, but you have iTunes.
Who wants to watch Game of Thrones on a phone?
I watch
I watch stuff on the
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah,
especially
but
when
whenever
I'm
you're
at
in
the
your
job.
house, why would you want to watch on your phone and not?
No, I mean, if I have to choose, I'm going to choose.
Well, there
theirs.
are people
Like,
who
I'm not
do
gonna
have,
sit here and
like,
deny that.
It's significant others who probably don't want to wake them and have the TV blasting, so why not put a pair of
Well, if they're not
headphones
up
on?
watching Game
Or
of
I don't
Thrones,
wanna
they can
watch-
suck it.
Big Bang Theory, so I decided to watch Game of Thrones on my phone.
Shots fired.
Shots
But-
fired. Come back. I don't like Big Bang Theory.
Nvidia.
Say I got hate in my heart.
Nvidia.
I have a little hate, but when it's there, oh, is it there?
So, Nvidia is entering the console war with the 4K Android console. Another one in the
That is
Shield
The
lineup.
least exciting thing you've said all
It
day.
sounds like the most appealing thing to us is
Listen.
the 4K.
They've got
Yeah.
some good games on it. Like I saw a little thing. They got like like all your good like AAAs,
Yeah.
like Shadows of Mordor and stuff. Like I was telling Walt before we filmed this could not have come out at a worse time. They're like, hey, let's release this Android console at the same time where all these fucking Steam machines are about to get released. There's like 15 of them. When the Steam box is there, when PS4 and Xbox One are just killing it, they're like, let's just release now.
Well, what's the big thing that they have that's selling it? It sounds like the 4K part's selling it pretty good because no
There's
system
something
is
else.
selling
There
it.
was something
It's
else.
doing
It's like an,
4K.
I don't know, it's like an
Well,
Android.
if you have a 4K TV, you have money to blow. If you have money to blow, maybe you get the Nvidia.
yeah, but
I mean,
But I
I'm
think
sure.
I have
I'm sure
exclusives.
Android will not be hurting too bad if this is a fail.
oh no, it's not. It's just like a.
Why not? They could just see. They might strike gold with it. Who knows?
Well, I don't think it's like. It's not like linked to like I don't know. I think Android just means like you get the games like an Android.
Oh, it's
but
not the Android company
I don't
actually
think so.
making it.
I don't think so. No, it's
I don't know.
Nvidia making it. But I can't imagine there. You've seen the Nvidia,
Nvidia
shields,
makes-
the little
That's
like
the- yeah.
handheld thing. I can't imagine that doing good with 3DS. I would assume even Vita's outselling it.
Is that compatible with like PC
That's a
stuff?
heavy estimate.
The Shield,
No. Yeah.
this
Shield.
new thing.
Yeah.
No, it's his own thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Nvidia is like a huge PC like thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's like its own little thing. It looks cool.
Could have like a link your account crossplay.
That is kind of what I
Maybe.
want
I don't know.
in my future console, where it's just
Right.
a box where you buy all your games, but it's kind of shitty now. It's not ready
Well,
yet.
dude, it just came out. I mean,
it's not out yet, but
Well, I mean, it's just
I'm-
now being talked about. So.
I just see this being.
This is the part where they
colossal
show. This is the part where they show how strong it is, and then they'll tell you later on how the games are.
It just seems.
tell
But then
you
it's like, I
hardware.
don't know, like, why would developers want to make games for it?
Oh no, I mean I would assume that
they had to port Shadows of Mordor to it.
But look at
I don't
this.
think the studio would have done it themselves.
What about this? Look at it like this. PS4 and Xbox One are your NBCs and ABCs and all that. And then what about that one guy that comes in with a great idea that everyone shoots down? They become your Netflix, and they become the guy who's like, "We'll take you in, and you make your game and do whatever you want with it." And then boom,
Well,
they
look,
come out with
if they can get the House of Cards of video games on the Nvidia console, then good for them.
the
That's what
Shield
you
console.
never know.
I don't think they have to port it because it's like strong and it's just as strong as the Xbox One and stuff. So and PS4.
You
so
still
they
have
could,
to port it. It's different hardware. Like
yeah, but it's not like
even if
trying
you've
to
got
port
the
it to
same amount.
Wii U.
Well,
or
I know, but
something.
even if you got the same amount of RAM, it's just different hardware. You have to tweak.
If I was them, I would try and go Pro VR on that just to give it a selling point.
Hey,
Gotta give it a
maybe
gimmick.
Valve's VR thing will work with it, but I don't know. I think it's just coming in the complete wrong time.
Yeah.
I know Walt was getting a little excited about this news.
Well, the good
Piece
news
of
is
news like, running his mouth to me
What are you
about
talking
it, sending me pictures and shit. Capcom says Street Fighter V's tentative release window is spring 2016. Nothing is official.
Yeah, it'll get pushed to fall 2016. That's what tentative
It still could be
means.
this year.
It's not going to be this year, Nick.
I might not, I know.
It's not.
But
It's-
take your time.
You're bold enough to make a prediction
I know.
that that's going to come out this year, and you're not going to give it to Final Fantasy.
No, because the game's been getting worked on for 10 years.
That's more reason why it would probably come out this year
No,
versus a
because
game
it's
that hasn't
turned
been
into like
worked
Kingdom
on.
Hearts 3 of fucking Final Fantasy. It's never.
No,
gonna
it's
come out.
not.
I mean,
because Final Fantasy 13 was making games while that game.
I made a
was being
BS
made.
joke to Nick.
And
that-
A Realm Reborn.
I made a BS joke to Nick that Final Fantasy 15 comes out, and I don't think it will at all. But it comes out, it bombs, Square Enix closes, Kingdom Hearts 3 never gets released.
Oh fucking.
They won't do that because
No,
they
I
have
know.
other franchises.
It'd just be funny if like all this hype for Kingdom Hearts 3, and then it's just
We'll be talking about Final Fantasy
yeah.
later, but
This
that's
week,
cool.
Devil May Cry Definitive Edition.
I know.
comes out
Yeah.
This week.
$40. They took out all the like sexy.
They took out
lines.
one line of dialogue
I was like,
where he talks
alright,
about
makes
bending
sense.
over the world and
Yeah,
It's so amazing. I'm totally going to be buying it.
there you go. I just said it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Basically, but he used a lot more creepy faces
Yeah.
and saliva noises.
So what? They
No, just one line of dialogue, and then they added other stuff. Apparently, they didn't they put that in there because they didn't get to put what they wanted to put before. So they're like, this is what we actually wanted.
Oh, okay.
But I was texting Walt about it. I was like, oh yeah, it's like looks like you got more time to save up for a PS4. And he's like, maybe I won't. I was like, seriously, skipping out on Street Fighter V? He's like, no. He will be on PlayStation Nation, and
I'll just wait for that Street Fighter V bundle console, which
I
probably
doubt
won't
it.
exist. But you know, I can hope.
but around that time, that'll probably be around my prediction of that PS4 price drop for Morpheus.
Oh, I see
So-
what you're saying. Yeah,
I'm guessing it's not going to stay $400 throughout next year.
you don't think?
No, but this is big news, sort of. Rock Band 4 is announced for Xbox One and PS4. All your DLC songs will work for it, minus like the Beatles and stuff like that, because they couldn't get like the rights to it.
They said though they didn't say that definitely you'll never get it. They just said for right now. Right
Yeah,
now.
they're
That is
working.
cool because they released so much DLC
Yeah,
for that game.
they got,
I can
like, gigs.
They're finally doing it right. They're
Yeah.
not
Like-
being money whores about it anymore. They're like, listen, this is gonna be the last one.
So
We'll just make songs
Yeah.
as time goes.
here's some news
DLC.
for it. We're not sure if Guitar Hero's coming out,
Right.
which that would be cool if they did. This is not going to be a yearly thing. They said this is the Rock Band for Xbox One and PS4, for the rest of this
Yeah,
life
1080p
cycle.
strumming.
So they're trying to figure out an algorithm to be able to have your old instruments link up, but they're not 100% sure if they're
Well,
going to be
they
able to
have to
do
get an
that.
adapter.
So they're on. It's hard to get an adapter
Yeah, I
because
know.
there's no wires
Yeah.
really, except for Sony's has a plug, but Xbox doesn't at all.
That's USB plugs and stuff.
Yeah. But they're
What
working
else
on
would you need?
something. They're trying to figure something out to have that work, but we're not sure
Yeah.
if that will.
Well, it's been so long. I'm sure people will be okay.
Yeah,
How many
they
people
need-
still have their old instruments.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good trading money right there.
I mean, the Rock Band guitar sucked ass anyway compared to the Guitar Hero one.
I agree.
I think it's about that time to where they've stayed out of the game long enough to where a new music game is relevant again.
I thought they just got done doing it because they were seeing no profit in it.
No, I just think the trend it got oversaturated. You had Guitar Hero Aerosmith, Guitar Hero Metallica, Guitar Hero Green Day, Guitar Hero the Beatles, Guitar Hero 1, 2, and 3, Rock Band 2, 3,
Lego,
not to mention all these
Lego
dance revolutions. And all
so I
that
think
stuff.
the trend got oversaturated just a little bit, and now
God, I hope that happens
It's
to
a good
Assassin's Creed.
they get oversaturated, and then
they stop.
4 or 5 years they come out with
Yeah, because then they could sit down and be like, let's take this back to the drawing boards. Let's do something with this game now.
Yeah.
Because it's still good. I mean, I loved the game when it first came out. Now it's just
I played them. I played 1, 2. I played Brotherhood, Revelations. I played 3, and I played the start of 4. And I stopped from 4 because I was like, I just can't do this anymore.
And what happened exactly? And this is starting to happen with Call of Duty for me.
Yeah.
It's like finally I'm just like,
No,
I'm done.
I feel good for skipping
now.
Black Ops the first, or Call of Duty the first month, first year. And I was like, if Black Ops 3 comes out, I'll get it.
Yeah.
Because Black Ops 2
I
is so
skipped
good.
Ghost.
Of
That would
course,
probably be one I'd buy.
I skipped Ghost and I skipped Advanced Warfare.
you still got it, didn't you?
I barely played.
I played a little
traded
bit.
it
I
in
like
so
Ghost.
fast.
I didn't skip
I
it.
played.
I beat the Sword.
I had Call of Duty Ghost for a little while because of James, and that was the only game he had, and I played that. Just
I beat
to
the
have
story
something
mode.
on PS4.
Story mode was fun actually in Ghost. So
Yeah, that's one thing I
You
always
got
said. No
this
one. It's
stuff.
funny because like no one plays that game. Those stories, but I still give it to whoever's producing them. I don't know, whatever the new one. Whoever. They still tell great stories. I just don't care about them either. I just rather go to the multiplayer.
I love the Call of Duty trailers, like they show at all the E3s. Like the Ghost one was so fucking stupid. They're like,
Doge.
dude, they're like, let's look at this in-depth look at the dog. They're like, look at this guy's hands. He's got dirt marks under his nails. I'm like, show the multiplayer. That's all they would give a shit about. Then they
Give
show
me the new
a
kill
CGI
streaks.
trailer. I'm like, alright, I'm done. But Rock Band 4 coming out could be cool. Last piece of news before we get into PAX. Quantum Break has, I don't know if it's been official, but reportedly been delayed until early 2016. I think that is
That's
the
a good
best
thing.
thing that could have happened because that is a game that would have gotten fucking bombed in November.
New IPs can't stand up to
Exactly.
sequel after sequel.
Yep. But that is all of the news. Time to move on to PAX 2015.
PAX
East
2015.
2015. So it was a few AAAs, a lot of indies. We're just going to talk
Huge
about the
indie
games where we liked a little bit. Obviously, we're going to start out with Final Fantasy 15.
I feel like it stole the show.
It did. I
Which
like
makes
I
me
said,
very happy.
me and Matt have our little thing about it, like not coming out until like this.
Yeah.
I want this game to be good, and I was excited for it. The game, it showed real combat for the first time. The combat looks quite good. The game is the prettiest game I've ever seen, like graphics wise.
It always is.
That water, man. When you ran up on that ridge and saw that water like moving around, I was like, that looks legit right there.
God,
So
what makes me freaking even happier is they're saying that's only 720 right there. That's not even 1080. And they also say they're going to try and get it at 60 frame rates with no
What
guarantees.
is 1080p really? What is it?
I know you don't care and you can't see it because you're blind or whatever. But
God, it looks so good.
I mean, I can feel it when I'm playing.
just when I was watching, even though he did nothing to the behemoth fight, it was just so like amazing.
Yeah,
Like
I couldn't
seeing
fight
the
him.
monster like
Oh, yeah,
run
that
around
was-
and like when it turned around and just started running at him, I'm like, oh.
See, my first thought was, why are they messing with this thing? It's just chilling.
There's a reason.
That's like going up to, you know what I really want to see?
This is
Like
a
them to go
quest.
up to that freaking like giant thing like it was
You
in the
probably
trailers.
can. You fought things in like those in 13.
I'm
They were like the
sure.
hardest monsters in the game.
Oh, I'm sure that.
Or are they like peaceful, but like only if you attack them or
I don't
something?
know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
but
sure.
they like had like a special like rare thing you needed to like finally upgrade.
So who
your
cares if
final
they're
weapons.
innocent? Gots
Well,
to
you need
die.
to get your final weapon, so
Gots
that was the
to
only way
die.
you could do it.
But that looked really good. The
What about screw that though? What about the big turtle that freaking comes up from the ground?
I
yeah.
didn't see that.
It was like on the thing where Nick's favorite part where they're riding in the car and then you
That's
see,
what I was
like,
talking
a
about.
giant
Just see
turtle.
don't fuck with that turtle. That
Oh,
turtle
I thought you were
like-
talking about the Adamantios.
Oh yeah, that too. Any of them. But that's the thing that's so funny about this game. You walk like one of the scenes they show him walking into a gas station. It just looks like a regular old Wawa, like that we would walk into.
Yeah.
Then they walk outside, just regular like peaceful world. There's a fucking like brontosaurus like standing outside. I was like, well,
it makes a
there you go.
brontosaurus look tiny.
Yeah. So you got that, but
Well, they did say they're trying to go at a realistic approach to this game, and if honestly, I know you see dinosaurs.
I didn't really get that vibe.
No, there's a cool
Realistic
video I'll
for
show
Final
you. It's,
Fantasy.
if you really look at it, like they're still keeping it, yeah, Final Fantasy, but they're not like getting like, oh, there's a prehistoric era and then there's the red modern era. It's kind of mixed in with everything. But anyways, they're like you can see it, and there's like this a whole video showing you wildlife in there, and it like looks all like you can see the resemblance to most.
so
Yeah, Nick just informed me today that for the most part, Final Fantasy games are not connected at all.
they're
They're
not.
not.
At all.
I did not know that.
The only one they said that
13,
could possibly
13
get.
to 13.
Well, besides that, they actually said that this 13 and 15 might be connected.
Please don't.
But I don't see. They're not going to
Don't.
have lightning or anything. In it.
Don't.
Lightning takes
Distance
over as the main
yourself.
But I
character.
heard that, but that was back in the day when the game was called 13 Verses.
Yeah, I was just saying,
So,
just distance.
Probably not. I think they're gonna just kind
Distance yourself from
But yeah, because I saw the expansion for Final Fantasy 14, Heaven's Ward. I saw that expansion and I saw like armies fighting in castles with armor. I was like, what? These kids have like cars and jackets and stupid sunglasses.
No, that's completely different.
I was like, where do these people live? But now I was like, oh, they're just different time periods, different universes.
Yeah, they have like a medieval approach and they have like the modern approaches and things
Okay,
like
I
that.
gotcha.
They
Yeah.
kind of like to go back to the future.
So Cloud's only been in one game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well, he was in another game, Crisis Core and Dogma, but those are just the same game. Still
Oh,
Final
okay.
Fantasy VII.
let's jump into the meat of this though. So let's first talk about the combat. Combat, you attack with square, like different, like if you tap it or hold it down or put different combat, sort of like I would think like a slower paced Kingdom Hearts. Use triangle to activate your bigger moves that use your MP to use it. You block with L1. It's like a pseudo hack and slash approach. I think it looks good. Everyone who played it said it feels crisp and it feels really good.
It's just I'm shocked at the boldness they're going with no magic. That is such a bold
No
move.
magic? What do you mean?
I hear they have magic in all
But
of it.
MP means magic.
No. They're making it like you do like physical attacks with
okay.
it. There's no like
Teleporting's kind of magic, but
no like I'm talking about your blizzards,
Spells.
fire, things. That's all.
if they're
big
going
stuff.
if they're going a more
Drain,
realistic
fire,
approach,
yeah.
yeah.
Then it teleports.
Well, they still have summons. They still have
Yeah.
freaking Leviathan and Titan and all that in
Oh.
there.
But combat looks good.
I didn't think the combat looked bad at all. It seemed kind of slow though for them, like saying like they
You
want to go
change-
full
oh.
like hack and slash.
So you change between 3 weapons.
I think the reason why is because I still feel like they want you to approach things in a strategic way instead of just going in there blind.
Because I just think the reason that like I got thrown off because I saw like Final Fantasy 15's intense fast-paced combat was the article, and then I watched it. I was like,
compared to what it was,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
well, okay, compared to and then run
Yeah.
back. Yeah, okay, it's more
Yeah.
fast-paced, but
No, I get what you're saying.
I was
The-
like, well, that wasn't that fast-paced.
One of the
But it
things,
didn't look bad at all.
one of the main things I got from the
It looks like a Dark Souls, like kind of a little bit faster.
A little faster than Dark Souls, but slower than like your Devil May Cry or
May Cry.
Bayonetta. Definitely
More-
Bayonetta.
Yeah.
well, more in depth the combat. There's no more random enemy encounters. You can see all of your enemies. You can avoid them if you want.
Again, they've
You
got
have
away
to
from
fight.
that on 13.
Well,
So
13 still sort of had
No,
it.
it didn't.
Yeah, when you're running through the city, it like pops up.
You had to hit the guy, or you tap him to encounter it.
Well, you know it. Well,
But yeah,
Yes.
it's like if
If
you
it
hit him in
sees
the
you-
world, you fight him in that world. You don't like pause and it goes into like another like.
and
set
it's not
stage
like
area
you don't have to hit it to attack it. Like if it sees you,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
gonna
you just
attack
go right in.
Yeah.
To me, with the open world, I don't think this is a like closed-in open world. Like I was explaining to Matt, we were talking about in the car. I think this sort of reminds me of like a Skyrim-esque.
So it's all there. It's all
Yeah, like it's
one
not.
piece.
I don't think so.
I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be all there. They said it's open world. but
Keyword for me is, freaking word. Oh my gosh, why can't I say it? Airship. They said there's an airship in the game. Every time there's an airship in the game, it's whenever after you're done exploring all the parts that you go through the game, you're able to go through
So
the
it's
entire world.
a region-locked
Yeah.
open world. They give you a set
Look,
part
Dragon
of the map.
Age Inquisition did that and it was Game
Yeah,
of the Year.
They
so.
give you They give you like a certain section of the map. You can explore that
Yeah.
to what you want,
Trust
but you
me.
can't get to some places.
Trust me, I'm sure there's gonna be enough to explore in that area, and I'm
But
sure there'll be
It
big.
might not be. Maybe the airship is just a way to travel the map faster. so you don't have to run
if
around.
they don't have fast,
Maybe that's
if
the
they don't
fast
have
travel.
fast travel in this game, that's going to be dumb. If
No,
they're
it's
gonna
the
let you be
airship.
able to-
That's
Maybe that's the
Well,
airship.
but the airship's usually something you get at the end of the game. I don't see them especially since they want you to enjoy the car. They're not going to make you get the airship.
Well, it's
right
sort of
away.
like in Pokemon, where you get the running shoe makes you run faster. That's like the car, but maybe the airship's like the bike.
I don't know. I mean,
maybe
you
the
could,
airship is the soar ability introduced in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
you could be right.
You can,
Honestly,
you can ride on the back of Latios and
Like-
go over this.
Like,
That's
if
cool.
you're right, I won't be surprised. But from where I'm getting, once they said airship, and like I said, since airship hasn't been in the game for a while now, I think since 9, I see it trying to bring back those roots because that's what everyone wants, the open world map and being able to explore. But the airship is such a huge thing to get at the very end of the game to explore everything.
And then whenever you kill the enemies, you pick up stuff from like animals and something like that. You level up. You don't like level up when you're just fighting. You have to sit and rest at like a campfire, and you get all your experience. You could level up like 5 times. But the thing that's also cool about that, the campfire is depending on what resources you gathered from the day, you cook a meal, and depending on how high quality the meal is, you get like certain buffs for the next day.
So I wonder what giant brontosaurus tastes like.
Probably a lot.
See, I'm appreciating that from the standpoint because hints have been irrelevant for most of the point. Now, like in the newer ones that come out, mostly 13. So it's kind of nice to see them still use something as iconic as because the 10 was usually something when you're in the big mini map or the like open world map, you use that to heal yourself completely back up. And now they're finding a way to make it relevant again. Since
Dare I say Skyrim-esque.
Wait an hour.
Or
And
not that,
I
but
can't
just
believe I
sleep
have to
to
say
level
this,
up.
but at least thank God they have quest guides, like where you actually get like a say, okay,
marker.
here you go, yeah, like a marker, get here, and that's where your quest's at. Because they didn't have that in 13.3, so I guess I could say thank God they have that at least.
I didn't want to hold your hand or let you enjoy it.
Well, not on top of that, but they said here's a time limit, so good luck. You needed to buy a strategy guidebook if you want to play that game, or just watch
so-
online.
That was Final Fantasy 15.
And then
It looked really good.
probably not even the second biggest game in the conference, but for me, the biggest game in the conference.
It's probably the
is
second biggest
Witcher
game.
3.
Yeah, Witcher 3
The
is
7
what
minutes.
we're talking
It didn't
about.
get that 3-hour demo that
Well-
Final Fantasy got, but it got a 7-minute gameplay. It maybe some more. That's
It
all I
looked
heard
good.
about.
It was,
I thought it looked incredible. It looked like a great improvement on everything Witcher 2 brought to the table.
I know nothing about this franchise at all.
It is like the most story-driven RPG that there is. Like it's definitely, if Game of Thrones were to make an action video game, it would be The Witcher. Like all the characters, the crossing storylines, the big political ties, it's all there. But the quest in the game was Geralt is passing through a town. He speaks to a man about a trading caravan that went missing up the road on the way to a village. So Geralt is like, okay, I'll help you out because he's a monster hunter, so maybe a monster attacked these people. He goes in, he finds the guys bunkered down in a cave. And they say, this thing attacked us, we're hiding in here. And Geralt just tells them, okay, I'll go find its nest and kill it. But that's where The Witcher kind of differentiates from a lot of other games is, okay, go find the nest. Like, that's it. Like, you can track the nest, you can look on the ground, you can check his journal and read about wyverns to figure out, like, you know, how do wyverns behave, what do they like to be. But there is no, oh, it's just up here. Just go over here, and that's where it is. Like, and I really like that about The Witcher. Like, it gives you enough to do it on your own without feeling like you're just kind of lost.
Yeah.
Like,
That's fine to an extent. I mean, that I guess maybe I don't like to be spoon fed, but just a little bit of guidance, like enough for you to not have to spend 20 minutes like trying to figure out where exactly this thing is, or at least know you're going the right way.
well, it was a 7-minute gameplay demo, so I can't imagine.
Well, that guy knew exactly where to go.
That's
I mean,
true,
he's
too.
not going to sit there and
But
show
like,
you.
because in the scene with the guys, Geralt said he can't be too far. Wyverns like to herd their prey to its nest. So Geralt knew it was close. And then I imagine there's probably a journal he has where you can look at wyvern and say they like, you know, cliffs, or they like this, or they like that.
Plus, also being in the cave, I'm sure is kind of a hint saying,
Yeah.
hey, maybe it's not too far from
But
here.
then they got to the wyvern. Geralt fought it. It looked like a really like tactical, slow-paced thing of attack and dodge and attack and spells. It looks incredible. I cannot wait for this game.
But see, that's
can't
the
wait.
pace I would say Final Fantasy 15 was at. I'm not trying to get off
Right.
that, but that's the kind of pace I see it when I was playing.
I would actually say Witcher's even slower. Like Witcher is very methodical and like
Witcher, I'd say, is
all
more strategic too.
Yeah, yeah. Like Witcher's all about like you have to play your style. Like if you made yourself defensive parry, you're defensive parry. If you made you gotta play to your strengths and avoid your weaknesses.
Like another one, and I know this was back in the day when they showed it, was the Griffin one. Like when he shot the Griffin and then followed the blood trail. Like I don't mind doing stuff like that. It's just like if he shot the Griffin, it flew off. It's like go find it somewhere. That would have been bad.
No, they have the perfect leash. Like it's the perfect amount of leeway without feeling like you're abandoned.
But see, I mean, hey, that might be something. That might be things people are in. People like to take the time to find things on themselves. I'm impatient. I admit it. I mean,
I am a little impatient now that I have a son because it's a little bit like I just want to play the game like to its fullest. But I still like to force myself to be patient sometimes. Like with Majora's Mask, I have to like take a deep breath and realize I'm not going to do this whole game in an hour.
Yeah, I don't really have much to add. It looked good. Graphics are decent. It was like above average graphics
Definitely
compared.
above average.
It was really great. Looks cool. Looks like a game I should be interested in, but I picked up Witcher 2 for like 10 minutes and I was like, I fought a little bit and I was like, combat's not for me. I was like flicking the stick around. He's like waving his sword like an idiot and I was like, I'm done. I get it. I'm done. There's so many other fantasy games I can play.
But none like The Witcher, though.
Yeah, I know.
Not even close. Like
I don't know.
It's just different. I'm not saying it's better than Skyrim. You know I'm not saying that. But I'm saying it's very different. Like, it's very different.
But especially this year, there's so many games
Well, he's gonna have Final Fantasy 15 to play this year.
Is he, Nick?
Fine, Nick. You could play Persona 5.
Okay, but how about this, Nick?
That's not gonna happen.
It is.
Right now, you really don't have any other like RPG games you could be playing. I guess you want to count Bloodborne, but you'll be done with Bloodborne before Witcher comes out.
Right now, but
When's Witcher again? Is April?
May, I think.
May?
Yeah.
What's May's lineup?
Just The Witcher as far as I know. No, June.
Batman's June 6th.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Batman.
Surprised they didn't
Oh,
talk
Rated
about
M?
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about
I
last
actually
year?
read in though a little bit more.
Did we
why
talk
they
about
said it was
why?
rated in,
Let's not.
Why? It's
Because
not spoiler.
it is. That's
big
big
spoilers.
That's big
I never
spoilers.
think it was big spoilers.
It's spoilers.
But
for,
if you guys fit, then fine.
because especially with the other spoiler, with like
How about this? Because I do want
DLC.
to talk about it. Spoilers. Mute this or skip ahead. They just said simply that it was.
Oh, wait. I'm gonna put my hand up. When I wave my hand like this, you mute your TV.
They've already muted it.
Yeah,
Nick.
but when you see me waving my hand like this, it means you're good to unmute.
Now they're gonna unmute.
But basically, what I saw is it said you had the option to kill or unarmed hostages, which makes me think you're probably not playing as Batman.
Well, that's what they were saying.
Probably gonna play as Arkham Knight.
Unless you're playing as a really deranged
Well,
version of
I heard
Batman.
rumors of Red Hood. Like,
Red Hood would even in wouldn't shoot unarmed hostages though. Like,
no, it could be a mistake. It could be like a, what are you gonna do? And then you have to aim and you might
shoot
miss
through
and
them.
you actually shot the guy.
but
Well, the
No, I
other
say
thing they
Arkham
said,
Knight.
the big thing they
I
said
guess.
was that they had something about someone on a table, and they say it's kind
yeah,
of
torturing table.
Yeah,
I
torturing
imagine that's
table.
probably Scarecrow right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I still think my prediction is Arkham Knight's gonna kill Gordon, shoot him in the head,
I can see
to
that.
have him be like, I'm the boss, because you don't know about
Oh,
me.
he'll put it
Now
on
you
camera
do.
too.
Yeah.
But the option to play as Arkham Knight, if it is having you kill unarmed hostages, if you wanted to, that kind of reminds me. Do you remember the mission in Modern Warfare, No Russian, where you went to the airport?
one, that one was
So
over,
controversial.
But-
like,
yeah.
but you didn't have to kill
You had
anybody.
you also
You could
in the
skip
options
it.
you could skip the mission.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you could just press
Yeah, you can
pause
skip
and
the
skip the
missions.
mission.
Oh.
completely.
But still,
I did.
but even still,
I
well, I
blasted
played it and like
It
even
was
that-
a little effed up.
it was like it felt like I was like, man, this is hard.
Yeah.
But I can see that being in that same vein. If you're playing as Arkham Knight and you're trying to send a message to Batman, well, how do you do that? You kill civilians.
Or Gordon.
Or Gordon, and civilians.
Or he could just kill one of the villains.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
He'll show, like, I'm not messing around with these jokers in case he's an anti-hero, and just be like, boom.
That is like an interesting thing in Arkham Knight. Put your hand
You
up. by
can
the way.
wave your hand down.
Put your hand up.
Are we done?
Yeah, I'm done
Arkham
spoilers.
Knight?
I'm done spoilers. Wait, well, maybe.
Well, we're done now. 'cause I
Okay,
waved
we're
my
done.
hand.
Alright, he waved his hand.
Alright, we're moving on to new other games that I'm kind of excited about. Some indie games, because this was fucking filled with indie games.
Yeah.
It gave me a boner. But because, a little bit. So, game. I was gonna say a gamer, but I was like, that doesn't make any sense either. But whatever. Death's Gambit. It's literally a 2D Dark Souls.
Yes.
The health looks the same. The stamina bar you roll, it's like
refillable potions. It's like crazy.
It's fucking Dark Souls 2D. Looked amazing. Not really gonna talk about it much just because I did just talk about it.
Yeah, there you go.
It's 2D Dark Souls. Pretty badass. Then another one, I didn't really see much on it, but new installment in the SteamWorld franchise, SteamWorld Heist. It's a Metroidvania game. If you have PS Plus, you probably downloaded SteamWorld Dig. That was a surprisingly amazing game to me. And I sat down for hours and played that game. Beat it. It was fun as shit. Adrift.
Drift looks really cool.
Surprisingly, a PlayStation 4 or PC exclusive. I didn't know that.
It's a 4-hour game releasing between $20 and $30. I'm not sure yet on the pricing.
It's a first-person experience.
Yeah.
Which
it looks so just
awesome.
Yeah.
What is it?
You're getting you're in space and you get something happens to your spaceship and you constantly are floating around. You gotta find oxygen packs around there.
But he was floating between pieces of this shattered station. The Earth was under. It was just so
it looks awesome,
awe-inspiring. Just the way, the angle, and how it looked.
And now the game I am the most excited for that I only have seen a 3-minute gameplay on, called Necropolis.
Necropolis.
Yeah, whatever.
It's Necropolis.
Whatever.
Don't say
Necropolis. Whatever.
This is the kid that says Wolfenstein, so...
I don't say Wolfenstein.
And
I
the
say
Eggles.
Wolfenstein. You said Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
You did. You said Wolfenstein.
No, I didn't. I said
Wolfenstein, the remake.
I said
all
Wolf. We can review it, and then we can
can.
say,
I
you
know.
jackass.
That's fine, but...
Let us know in the comments if you said Wolfenstein.
No, I'll watch it myself.
And you're going to be disappointed.
And
But
Matt, it's Wolfenstein.
Shut up.
it is. But
I know that.
it's sort of like how people say Mario and Mario.
No,
if you
it's
say
not.
Mario, go to hell.
There's a lot of people.
My dad did. My dad used to be like, "You want to play some Mario?" I'm like,
But was your dad a gamer though?
No.
Okay.
But
I don't care. Mario's too big.
A lot of people up
Michael
north.
Jordan. You don't not know who he is.
A lot of
he
people.
called Jordan.
A lot of people up north call it Mario. But
sounds like a southern thing, actually.
well, if you put an accent like
Yeah,
that,
you
Mario.
sound like we're on a freaking farm here.
But Necropolis,
It's
whatever.
Necropolis.
I don't fucking
Why
care.
are you being like that?
It's
Metropolis.
it looks like the regular 3D Zelda style, Twilight Princess, Ocarina. Combat looks sick. Of course, it looks like that. It's really dark colors. It's pretty fucking awesome. I recommend watching the gameplay. I may stick it in the YouTube video on the description of this video. I'll figure out if I want to. But that is it for the PAX news.
You gotta get a trash can over here so you can just lean back and toss it.
Be like the dude who eats the apple.
Yeah.
And the new Transformers,
Throw it at the lens so you look like a hard ass.
Throw to the lens. Can you hit the lens? Wow.
whatever. I don't want to actually hit the camera. But
oh yeah, that paper is just gonna ruin it.
so
Laughed and just tilted.
a little time
Bounced
filler
it back
before
into your face.
my random topic.
Okay.
I've been completing my PlayStation 2 collection. The games I'm missing and some games I didn't play. I got Devil May Cry 1 for $3. I already played the God of War 2, but I only rented it. So I own it now.
Okay.
I got Shadow of the Colossus, which I'm playing for the first time, fully. I've only dabbled in it.
God, man, how does it make you feel that I owned God of War 2 before you?
I don't really care about that at all. But yeah, I'll get to that story with God of War after this. But I'm playing Shadows of the Colossus, and so far, I can see this being top 5 favorite game of all time. Favorite PS2 game, beating out Kingdom Hearts 2. It's so good. It's so epic.
It is really,
the music is so
really fun.
fucking good. But that's what I'm doing. We were at the fucking store. I'm buying God of War 2. I had to hold myself back a little bit. This guy's like, oh yeah, I never really got into God of War. I was like, oh yeah? I was like, yeah, I never did it. He's like, I think Dante's Inferno is way better. I was like...
If he had just said Dante, I guess I could have got on board with that. But
I was just sitting there
No, I was telling him they have
Dude,
quite a cult on that game.
when he said that, I was just like...
that was the most hipster thing you could say about hack and slash games.
I just bit my lip and my tongue and bit everything. I was just like...
And Matt's over here going, soul.
I was like,
I'm over there looking. It's like, why is Persona freaking Arena Ultimax $50 still?
but my favorite, it's funny, my favorite Ratchet and Clank game, I rented too, I don't own it. Up Your Arsenal is my favorite one. Yeah, I know. It's amazing.
Clever.
All of them. Or like Ratchet and Clank Going Commando.
So did you buy Dante's Inferno? Or?
Fuck that game. I'll just buy them out.
I
Just
played
Why?
play.
You can recommend God of War to him. He can't
No,
recommend you.
no, that's fine. But he said it's better. He played God of War already, and he said it was better.
No, he said he never got into it.
Yeah,
Well, Walt
Little
never got
weird.
into God of War.
Well, I
he never played it.
Yeah, never played it. But also,
A little
Man,
weird.
You just
Walt
need to
was
go jump off.
a little
cliff somewhere.
weird that you would say that. I've realized that's
I own
how.
no PS2 games, man.
That's one of my things
And you
where
owned it.
that's one of my character
You
judging
own the
things. Where I'm like,
PlayStation 2,
he
didn't
probably makes bad decisions in his life. Ugh, it's like Jesus.
But I did play the demo for Dante's Inferno. I mean, I'm not gonna say it was bad. I'm not gonna say it was
Yeah,
bad.
it's
just
okay.
like I don't know why you would sit here. God of War is like up there now with Devil May Cry. Is like the
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
surpassed Devil May Cry.
I'm.
Like, God of War is still number one,
It
even though I
makes-
don't agree.
It,
The newest DMC was the best hack and slash.
I'm
Bayonetta
probably
2
gonna
was the best
say
hack
get the
and slash.
fuck off. But I don't know. There's just thinking of the Ratchet and Clank games. That's a franchise that needs to come back because I was just looking at like their
What? I
I
sprang the
thought you
freaking
farted.
chair.
oh,
For
but
the table.
but
thought you
I was
really
looking at
got
like their
salty about
review
that.
scores. Like Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal got like a 9.8,
Yeah.
and Deadlock got like a 9.6, and like they're so good games.
Yeah, they were such lenient reviewers back then.
such a good. It was so good, and I'm
Yeah.
salty that they suck now.
I do feel like we're harder on games now than we've ever been, though.
You should be.
But that little
Yeah.
tidbit aside, we can move on to the random topic.
All right.
My
you got?
topic. Now seeing all the new stuff coming out and all the style of games there are to play, is this the best time in gaming ever?
Yeah.
Because my point right now is you have your huge AAA games. They're like the Final Fantasies that look amazing. If you want to do something crazy, like next year they're going to have fucking VR.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go old school, they got old school inspired games that you can play all day. You have the floods of these indie games that are amazing. Like I feel like nowadays it's like a fucking all you can eat buffet
Yeah.
of any kind of game you want.
No, I agree, because even if you're one of the purists who only played Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 and then the Super and the Mario games, well, guess what? There's emulators for that too if you want to just sit around
Yeah.
and play that on your Wii U.
And the other thing, and you can end if you want to play like older games. There's stuff like PlayStation Now.
Yeah.
You do that. There's like the virtual console where you can buy all the old games. You can literally there's game like you can play anything now.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
it's so like I don't know. I'm just blown
Like
away by this.
there's a big there's a big market out there no matter what your taste is.
Yes.
Like no, you're not like I only like this, so you only have all these games you can choose from.
Yeah, if you want to play a farming simulator, Jesus Christ, they got one.
It's just I love that. I love that in last year's games that came out, you can have a game like Shadow of Mordor and Dragon Age. These like huge, well, more
Yeah.
Dragon Age on the huge, fucking
Yeah.
ridiculous
And then
end.
Goat Simulator.
These huge AAA games, and then you got a like $15 Shovel Knight. That's like old school inspired. That's like right there with it.
Yeah.
And they're talking about it in the same breath. That's so fucking awesome to me. And I don't know, not like literally anything. Like your phones even have like great graphics now. Even though I fucking hate touchscreens.
Yeah.
Don't get me fucking started on touchscreens. You got the Vita that's got great games. You got 3DS that's like pumping out great games. I don't know.
I don't think there's any argument it's the best time to be a gamer. I mean, now gaming is less stigmatized than it was back when.
Largest market.
Oh, you just
Back in
wait.
the
Wait
80s.
till Archers in high school and things like that. Things like, oh, you play video games all the time will be the thing. Like what we are is probably going to be a lot bigger than it
When
was.
we were in high school, it was like, yo, you play
We're
Call of
big.
Duty,
No,
you play
this is the
Gears, you
era-
play Skyrim.
This is the era of like, you know, common gaming, like
Yeah.
phone games and like Call of Duty. That's the era we're in right
Maddens.
now. The way we play games and we perceive games isn't as quite as big, but there is obviously, you can look on Twitch, there's obviously
Yeah.
a fan base there. I'm not saying it's getting bigger, but I'm telling you, whenever our kids or whenever we're older, The era
Oh,
of gaming will be the thing to be. Like, you will be a cool person for playing, having a bunch of games.
That's the other thing I was saying. Like, esports is starting to get like really popular now. Like my Bleacher Report app, there's a little slider for esports, just like with NFL and stuff. And this Heroes of the Storm is like Blizzard's MOBA. They're doing like kids are getting college like
in Korea, right?
No, they're what the fuck is the
scholarship?
Yeah, like colleges are giving scholarships to gamers, and there's a Heroes of the Storm called like Heroes of the Dorms tournament. It's going to be aired on ESPN. That's fucking nuts.
I hope they keep the same ESPN announcers trying to keep up with the game and like,
oh god,
we got the little dudes running towards like the turret thing. Look, is he? Oh, he's dead now. Looks like you pressed a lot of buttons, Tom. Walk us through how that happened.
Click the mouse a lot, but it's amazing.
Get Boomer in there.
Oh my god, you'll get.
I will say this: interviews with professional gamers are so much better than interviews with professional athletes.
It's like
it depends on the athletes. Like even though he doesn't say anything, those Marshawn Lynch interviews were so great. You know why I'm here? Like I'm just here so I won't get fined. But God, that meme was so funny because it was the IHOP free pancake days, and everyone's just like when the waitress walks up and like it just shows Marshawn Lynch like you know why I'm here. But with all that, I just love it. So I guess because that's a kind of short topic, I guess I'll just throw in another like little small question. What announcement this year, like at E3 or any event, it will make you like fucking lose your mind?
Wait, like future announcement?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
So
what
now,
announcement's gonna make you like lose your fucking
that we know
mind?
is gonna happen, or
No.
we're guessing is
you
likely
could just
to
what
happen?
announcement that you think is gonna happen?
You know my answer, and I know your answer. Like.
I know my answer.
Yeah.
I know mine's not
Fallout
what yours
4, Fallout 4, Fallout 4.
I didn't know you were a Fallout guy.
I love Fallout.
I did not know that.
Fallout 4 or an Elder Scrolls.
That's what I
but
was.
they're probably not going to happen.
Okay.
See, this is the thing. They were talking about, some people were saying how they sort of... That's already been announced.
I know, but I'm just saying, you guys talking about Bethesda, I'm over here like, dude.
This is like people were like saying they want them to do with Elder Scrolls sort of like what they did with Fallout and make like a new Vegas for Elder Scrolls that's not like a numbered series. I was like, I don't want this because I guess that's sort of ESO.
I want a full.
That's sort of ESO to me.
Yeah, I guess.
But the thing that makes the Elder Scrolls game so big and so great is I have to wait like 7 years in between them. So when the next one comes out, I'm like, God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably be like 28 by the time that game comes out.
And then still, you get featured articles about Skyrim mods still. So the game has lasting power for sure.
Actually, I thought they heard something where Bethesda was kind of getting on them and saying they're going to start limiting mods.
No, they took the limits away.
Oh.
Yeah, there's limit on the size of your mod. Your mod can only be so big.
Yeah, they'd be stupid to get rid of that.
They did.
Mod. Like, I'm saying they'd be stupid to like not want to have people.
But that
mods.
limit was huge. Like that limit was not like only horse armor or only like colored painted sword. No, the limit.
I honestly almost wish I had a huge PC that play the next Elder Scrolls.
The limit was big enough for a guy who turned all of Skyrim into a rainforest. I don't mean like brightly colored grass and a little more trees. I'm talking rivers and parrots and vines and a fucking rainforest.
This guy made a whole new section.
Yeah.
Like a whole new story.
So this limit was huge.
I saw one guy. They say the best. Honestly, the best mod for Skyrim that most people use is the realistic mod. Like in the sense of like your guy needs to like build campfires and eat and like survive, and you can get like
Skyrim.
That's not Minecraft Skyrim.
You're gathering resources.
All right.
I don't do that. I don't do that.
Well, I'm not. It doesn't matter what you think. I'm telling you what they like.
I want to sleep on the bandits I slaughtered's bedroll.
You can do that. No one's saying you can't. Why don't you just build a campfire right
I want
there?
to just do it for an hour to heal and level up, and then I want to be fully rested.
Okay, then do that.
You don't need the real realistic mode.
They're just saying if you're swimming long enough and it's raining, you might catch hypothermia.
Oh,
it would be crazy if you
catch hypothermia in real life.
If you like clicked the wait button, but you actually had to wait that length of time. It's like, God damn, I'm
why did I click a wait button?
Battles,
just stand here for an hour.
Fuck. But we're starting to. Yeah.
All right, so you got Fallout.
Fallout 4.
Final Fantasy 16.
I don't know. Final Fantasy 15 getting released this year
In a month.
So I can pray to God I don't have to give Nick 20
Are we
bucks.
talking about? We're talking about a game we think's gonna come out.
Just an announcement?
Don't go out
that we
there.
think
Like, don't go
could
out there.
happen.
Keep
It
it
doesn't
in the
have to be
realm
like
of
a new game announcement, but just an announcement you think could happen. They will get you hype. No walls.
Oh man. I honestly, because I don't know, the only thing I can think of, because like a lot of the games I'm fine with what's coming out right now, but I guess, correct me, is it Telltale or
Telltale.
What is it?
Telltale.
Telltale?
I tell
Yeah.
a tale.
Okay.
Telltales.
Telltale? Probably The Wolf Among Us Season 2. Like, they're going to come out with another one.
That'd be pretty. Yeah, that'd be pretty.
I like the first one a lot, so, and they said that and of course it left on a cliffhanger, so it'd be nice to hear like another one of those coming out since they're so big right now, and they have like, what, 3 going on right now? Season 2 of
They got Game
Walking
of
Dead,
Thrones,
Game of Thrones, which I'm going to play now that I'm watching
Tales
Game
of
of Thrones.
Borderland.
And that one, which they all have gotten very good
Yeah.
reviews, and I loved Wolf.
Honestly, sadly, Game of Thrones is the lowest reviewed one.
Yeah, I know.
It's a shame because Game of Thrones probably has the most intricate story to draw from.
That's because everyone
Yeah, but I
knows
think
the
they say-
characters from it, and so they sort of like know what's going to happen, sort of.
Yeah,
Nah,
they
that's
say-
not the problem I read in the review.
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was good. It's kind of cool that now it's like, now that I look back and like what I played, I can kind of see, and I feel like they're kind of taking main characters' stories and kind of making it happen in that, and I could see that might be a reason. Like the one handmaiden girl, or like not the handmaiden girl, but the girl that's like supposed to be Syria, I think her name is, or Ned Stark's oldest daughter. Sansa. They have like a girl that's kind of like her, and she's at King's Landing and doing shit there, and she kind of plays the role like her in a way. And then they got the little boy who's trying to be king and trying to watch over, kind of like Brent was in Winterhelm. And then they have like the one dude who goes to the wall, like Jon Snow did, and you're gonna fight with Jon Snow on the wall. And then there's
Are you gonna watch?
and then there's like another rebel, and he's watching on the wall.
Yeah. But
So for me, I mean Elder Scrolls, but I was hoping maybe like an Elder Scrolls remaster of like Elder Scrolls
that could
3
happen.
Morrowind or Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion.
or both.
Or both. But like you do what they did to Halo 2, like just ramp up the graphics, the frames, the Ps, get all those Ps, get every single P, and just put it in there.
They made
1080p PP.
if they made like a best of
2060p. I want
Bethesda.
2160p. That's double.
If they made a best of Bethesda
Let's go
collection,
4K.
like HD, Oblivion, Skyrim,
Uh-huh.
Fallout 3, New Vegas, I would just be like,
I would actually
honestly,
rather
give
have
me-
Morrowind and Oblivion than Skyrim and Oblivion, just because like I'm good on Skyrim. Like I would like Morrowind. Morrowind is held down because it was occasionally too buggy to play. Like if
Yeah,
you
but
can
you can't hit a
fix
fucking
that,
crab
no,
for
you
an
can't hit
hour.
a crab. My guy hit a crab just
that's
fine.
because you cheated to
I
get your
didn't
blade
cheat.
up. Yes, you
I
did.
did cheat because it was fun, but not my like real playthrough. Like once I was done with the game, yeah, I put on God mode. Of course,
Everyone
Why
had
would I
that
put on
problem where you're like attacking the mud crab and you're right on top
well, yeah,
of
it
it,
was a system of the game.
swinging, and
It
you
wasn't
can't hit
perfect, yes. But so if they fix just a couple of the bugs, don't leave some bugs though. It is a Bethesda game, so leave some bugs, but up the graphics. Same with Oblivion. That would be amazing. I would die. And then of course, why not announce a new BioShock? I know it's not Bethesda, but let's announce a new BioShock because I want that.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 4 will probably get some love there.
Yeah,
Also.
well, there's going to be a decent thing on it. Hopefully, it's more like, oh, here's a picture of space. It's coming.
Mhm.
All right, sounds good.
Me
Later.
and your brother were actually talking about what we think the canon ending will be for Mass Effect.
Probably
3,
the one
leading
where
into
they
4.
showed Shepard. Like,
Well, he's not going to be in 4.
I know, but just probably that one where it's
Like,
showed
well, spoilers for Mass Effect 3. He'll raise his hand when we're done.
No, I'm not, because if you haven't played Mass Effect 3,
But obviously, the 3 endings were
don't play
destroy the Reapers, control the Reapers, and synthesis, which is mechanical and organic combined of all life across the galaxy. Now, you had to work the hardest to get the synthesis ending. You had to play online and get all your resources for your troops and all that. So, because you had to work for it, you can argue that's supposed to be the canon ending.
Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked that if they don't have some sort of way of making like
all of them,
all of them like tie in, or making it your playthrough that you had through 3 carry over to what you did.
That would be a huge change, though, because if you think about either like you just destroyed the Reapers or everyone is half machine.
I could have some way of saying that didn't happen or something happened along the way to fix
I would
that.
feel like the canon ending, if I were a game maker, would just be to the Reapers were destroyed. I feel like that would be the easiest one to do.
Or because the Reapers were destroyed in any of the
But
endings.
see, I don't know,
I
man.
get
They
the
have
Reapers aren't going to have anything to do with this.
No,
game.
they might not. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, so it doesn't.
But
really
you got to
matter
remember,
much.
when you say you destroy the Reapers or take the bad side, like you two all did, just I
What
call it
bad
the bad side. The one where you destroy the Reapers.
That wasn't the bad side.
I don't know. You did destroy the entire organic life. You destroyed the guests too. That's why I didn't do it.
No, not organic.
Yes,
Artificial.
or artificial. I meant you killed.
Yeah, they're
you
toasters.
killed. Okay, well you killed an entire race, a race that helped you.
To save all the races.
Did you, or did you
And
just
if,
save the
Geth,
humans?
and if Geth could feel emotions, they would understand my decision.
And
Okay, if you want to justify it that way, then
but
fine.
I always go with the canon ending is usually the one that has something after the credits, and the only one that had anything after the credits was the Destroy the Reapers, where Shepard was like, like I showed he's not dead.
Yeah.
But
That's
that
the
could have just
old-
been his renegade selfishness.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't
Just saying.
renegade to do.
The fan theory that they were reversed for a reason, because Shepard was indoctrinated, and that the red renegade is actually the Paragon ending, makes a lot of sense when you consider what they were asking you to do.
Yeah, but renegade technically wasn't meaning you're bad.
No, it just meant you were wild.
Well, think about it. All of the endings are bad.
Yeah, there was no
There
happy
is no
ending.
good ending.
There's no happy ending, but there's an ending that, you know, does Shepard become an all-powerful god, or does Shepard just end the conflict?
That's what I thought happened.
It would make sense. But
But I would like if I feel like Paragon Shepard would be like, hey, fuck you, Reapers. Like seriously, fuck you guys.
yeah, that means in 3,000 years you won't be doing this again, or
Right.
however long it takes.
Yeah.
Or he could just be out there, like, you know, like controlling them.
Yeah, but
And then he could say, I'll be God.
yeah, but then the power could get to his head and he'd
Yeah.
destroy everyone. But
I can see him torturing
Yeah, so
Harbinger.
Mass Effect 4 would be a great thing to see at E3. I'm so looking forward to it. That, Star Fox Wii U, I really want to see what the hell they're doing with it. I mean,
yeah,
I've seen nothing but
I want
blurry.
to see Doom.
I've seen nothing but blurry
You will,
gamepad
I'm
footage
sure.
for Star Fox Wii U.
and it's supposed to come out soon. So,
I just want to see it.
but
I want to see it. And I want to see more Kingdom Hearts
What if
3,
they
so I
what
can
if
get
they
ready for
replaced-
2018.
What if they replace the BFG with a realistic assault rifle?
What? They have realistic assault
No,
rifles
and there's
in
no
there.
more BFG, and it's just
They will never not have BFG. Just like they won't
doesn't
ever
it
not have
actually
a
not
chainsaw.
stand for big fucking gun? It actually
No, it
stands for
doesn't.
something else.
It doesn't. But the
I
one
mean-
the one guy who created the game, like I said, his quote was, "Stories in game is like the story of porn. It's there, but we don't need it."
It's true, we don't.
yeah,
unless,
we
you're
do.
unless you're Telltale. Telltale is like, no, I disagree.
but I'm gonna make a decision, sort of just as hard as Shepard's. I'm gonna end
Just
this
as
podcast
Shepard's.
now.
Instead of ruling it.
Instead of going one of two ways, I'm going straight. I'm ending it.
So you're
This
gonna
has been
choose with the
episode
camera?
20. Yes. Oh, this has been episode 20 of Podcast Reloaded. Tell me what your announcement you want is. Tell me if you think this is the best time in gaming. All right, Matt. Why don't you do your?
Tell us your biggest
again?
E3 hype. What are you waiting for?
Why don't you go argue about a desk or a chair?
I
and
will.
see if it's,
It's a
chair.
table.
Turn the camera off. But
This is a table.
keep gaming, guys.
Oh,
We'll
no,
see
it's
you
got a
later.
chair, though.
See you guys.
See you.